The lights are low, the arena is hushed, and for the first time in years, the most iconic voice in modern professional wrestling isn't echoing off the rafters of Monday Night Raw. Welcome back to Wrestling Apocalypse, and today, we are witnessing the cold, hard wall of reality hitting the WWE Universe right in the chest. You've seen the whispers. You've seen the sources claiming she's just waiting for a bigger paycheck or a surprise appearance at WrestleMania. But today, the silence has been broken, and not in the way anyone expected. Samantha Irvin hasn't just closed the door on a WWE return, she's bolted it shut, welded the frame, and walked away without looking back, and her latest response to the fans is nothing short of brutal. Imagine the atmosphere of a massive premium live event. The smoke is clearing, the champion's music hits, and then comes that voice, a voice that didn't just announce names, but told a story with every syllable. When Samantha Irvin introduced Chelsea Green, it was a masterclass in character work. When she announced Cody Rhodes finally finishing the story at WrestleMania 40, her voice cracked with the genuine emotion of a fan who lived every second of that journey with us. She wasn't just an employee, she was the heartbeat of the show. And that's exactly why the wrestling world has been in a collective state of denial since she departed in late 2024. We've been conditioned to believe that never say never is the only rule in this business. We watched CM Punk return after a decade of vitriol. We saw Bret Hart shake hands with Vince McMahon. We figured a beloved ring announcer coming back for a reunion was a mathematical certainty. But Samantha Irvin is playing by a different set of rules. In a series of candid, unfiltered responses that have sent shockwaves through social media, she has made it clear the microphone has been put down for good. This isn't a contract negotiation tactic. This isn't a worked shoot to build heat for a surprise return. This is a woman who has found her peace outside the chaotic bubble of the road, and she is tired of the rumors. Recently, when a fan tried to claim she was waiting for the call to come back and save the division, Samantha didn't just disagree, she dismantled the notion entirely. She stated flatly, "I'm not going back to WWE. No emojis, no maybe one day, just a definitive end to the speculation." Let's pull back the curtain on why this feels so personal. In the wrestling industry, departures are usually shrouded in corporate speak. We wish them the best in their future endeavors, but Samantha's exit and her subsequent shutdown of the rumor mill feel raw. She has openly admitted that she actually disliked ring announcing. Can you imagine that? The woman who redefined the art form, who gave us goosebumps every Monday night, was doing a job that didn't fulfill her artistically. She wanted to be a manager, she wanted to be the female Paul Heyman, a creative force behind the scenes or a powerhouse on the mic in a different capacity. When WWE told her they only saw her as an announcer, she didn't just settle for the spotlight, she walked away from it. Think about the drama of that decision. We're talking about a global stage, a massive salary, and the adoration of millions. Yet, she chose her integrity and her music career over the easy path. Since then, the rumors have been relentless. Fans have pointed to her husband, Ricochet, and his move to AEW, suggesting she's just waiting out a non-compete clause to join him. And while she has confirmed that a 2-year non-compete is indeed holding her back until October 2026, she has been very specific about one thing: if she ever returns to a wrestling ring, it will not be for the company that refused to let her grow. Her brutal shutdown wasn't just about leaving WWE, it was a defense of her own ambition. She told one fan that she would be a bad manager if she advised Ricochet to ever go back, and that their future together will be historic, but notably, not in a WWE ring. But let's talk about the impact on the product itself. Since her departure, there has been a massive, Samantha-shaped hole in the presentation of WWE. Lillian Garcia made a legendary return to fill the gap, and while Lillian is a Hall of Famer, the energy is different. The fans feel that void, and that's why the rumors persist. We want the voice back because the voice represented the Triple H era coming of age. When she shuts down those rumors with such finality, she's essentially telling the fans that the era of her involvement is a closed book, and we have to move on. It's rare to see a public figure in this industry be so definitive. Usually, there's a bridge left unburned. Not here. Samantha, now performing and releasing music under the name Samantha The Bomb, is focusing on her soulful R&B tracks like Wake Me and her acting roles. She's seen the comments saying WWE made her, and she's countered with the reality that she brought a level of craft to that position that hadn't been seen in decades. It was a mutual success, but it was a job, and she has resigned from that job with no intention of reapplying. The most shocking part of this brutal shutdown is how she's handled the Paul Heyman rumors. For months, the internet was convinced she gave WWE an ultimatum: make me a manager or I quit. Samantha recently laughed these claims off, calling them WTF moments and explaining that while she had ambitions, she never played those kinds of games with Triple H. She simply realized that her vision for her career and WWE's vision for her were two different things. There's a certain cinematic tragedy to it, the voice of the fans, the person who heralded the arrival of the American Nightmare, feeling like she was in a golden cage. So, where does that leave us as we look toward 2026? It leaves us with the memories of those iconic introductions. The way she breathed fire into the name Gunther. The way she made us feel the weight of every championship. It leaves us with the realization that we were lucky to have that level of talent in that role for as long as we did. Wrestling is a revolving door, but occasionally, someone walks out and actually locks the door behind them. Samantha Irvin has done just that. She isn't looking for a comeback pop at the Royal Rumble. She isn't looking for a legacy contract. She's looking at a future where she is the lead star, not the person introducing the star. The rumors will likely continue to swirl because the wrestling world hates a vacuum, but after this latest shutdown, those rumors carry no weight. They are just echoes in an empty arena. Samantha has moved on, and it's time for the WWE Universe to accept that the most legendary voice of the decade has found a new stage. She proved that an announcer can be a superstar, and then she proved that a superstar can walk away on their own terms. That is the ultimate power move, and perhaps the most apocalypse ending to a WWE career we've ever seen. If you appreciate the raw honesty of these updates and want to stay ahead of every major shift in the wrestling landscape, make sure you've joined the fold here at Wrestling Apocalypse. This story is a reminder that in this business, the biggest twists often happen when the cameras are off. Smash that like button if you're going to miss Samantha's introductions, and drop a comment below. Do you think WWE made a mistake by not letting her transition into a managerial role? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to ensure you never miss a moment of the drama, the action, and the truth behind the curtain. We'll see you in the next one, but for now, the mic is officially on the floor.